What are the 3 most common mistakes that people do with virtual assistant, specifically when they hire their first virtual assistant? In this video, I'm going to cover 3 of the biggest and most common mistakes that I see people doing when hiring virtual assistants. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you like this topic. So the most common mistakes with virtual assistant, let's start going into it. So first mistake is definitely that, and it's really common that when people hire their first virtual assistant, I mean, you get so excited, and I remember, I mean, I was also super excited, like finally I have someone who can start like taking over my workload. And one of the mistakes that I mean, the most common mistake is that people, when they have a virtual assistant, they actually start thinking, what are the new things that this virtual assistant should be doing? So, and that's definitely a mistake. That's definitely the best way to approach it, because I mean, we are business owners, our time is really valuable. So it's a much better way to approach it is that what can I actually delegate to that person from my own table. So I just hired a new virtual assistant, so I just basically bought like 160 hours more per month. So how am I actually going to use those hours? So the first thing should be to basically look at identify those things that we are currently doing, and can we delegate and as much of the things that we are doing for this VA. And if we are just starting out, then maybe we are doing a lot of things that can be easily delegated. For example, maybe we are still doing customer service, or maybe we are still handling like shipments, maybe we are still doing different kinds of supply chain things, or maybe we are just doing something with the product listing or advertising. So we find and identify those things that are currently taking a lot of our time, and then we delegate those things first. And if only there's still time left, then we are actually going to be coming up with new things. Because when we hire when we hire a new person, we should really make the most use out of that new person. So we shouldn't come up with new projects. We shouldn't come up with different things that the person should be doing, unless our own table is already clean. I mean, if that's the case, then, well, I don't know what kind of business owner you are if your tables is already empty. But the thing is that's the main goal. Like when we get a virtual assistant, when we get especially the first virtual assistant, then we should always look at our table. What are the currently things that we are doing, and what can we delegate to this person? So that's definitely the most common mistake that I see people doing. And number 2, and I know many people have heard that a good way how to fail with a virtual assistant is not giving clear enough requirements. And sure, I mean, it's true, but I see so many people take it completely to the wrong way and kind of like make the wrong conclusion out of it. Because what I see they're doing, that they're just basically going all overboard with the writing requirements. So they actually spend most of their time writing really clear requirements, really like super clear requirements. And in some cases, it's actually the situation that they might have actually got the whole task done at the same time that they actually spent writing these requirements. So that can happen, and actually a much better way I see is that because I mean we are business owners, our time is really valuable, so we shouldn't waste that time, we shouldn't give away, we shouldn't spend our time writing some kind of requirements. So instead what we actually do is that when we get a new person, we give the responsibility for that person to really figure out that what needs to be done. And when we are doing new things, when we are doing things that have really high uncertainty, when we are doing different kind of experimentation, then in those cases it's pretty much impossible to write like clear requirements and clear step-by-step instructions for every single thing. So it's much better if we teach that person and give the responsibility that it's their responsibility to figure out that what needs to be done. And this also gives me as the business owner the freedom that I can give like a vague delegation. I can give you like a vague task, because the first responsibility of the receiver is that they need to ask me clarifying questions. So if I tell them do some kind of research or some kind of things, then they immediately ask me that, okay, what is the specific outcome that you want me to do here? So what do I need to provide in order to meet your expectation? Typically, first thing they will ask me a bunch of clarifying questions. Then additionally, like when they have something ready, they will immediately show me some kind of draft that, okay, this is what I have been doing. So am I going to the right direction? Am I really meeting the expectation that you have set for this task? So that's much better approach in handling people instead of writing these super long requirements. So let's value our time, and let's instead hire people who give us more time and don't actually take away our time. So that's definitely one common mistake I see as well. But the third mistake, this is probably the most crucial and most common mistakes I see people doing. So number 3 is failing to do proper onboarding. What does that mean? So that means that when the person joins the company, when the person joins your team, then what happens next? What is a specific process that the person needs to go through in order to be ready to be like contributing and being valuable asset to our business, a knowledgeable person, competent person. So we have a very clear onboarding process that we basically take every person that comes to the company through. And this also includes like going through different core values, what the company has, and what kind of behavior is accepted and expected, and what kind of different responsibilities are in this role. I mean, there are certain things that are applicable to any role, and then there are also role-specific things. So if you're hiring a sales agent, so someone to really increase your sales and improve your listings on Amazon, then I mean, some part of this onboarding area is specific to the role, and other part is pretty much generic and applicable to every single role in the business. So this onboarding also includes different kinds of evaluations and exams, so that we make sure that the person has really understood and is really properly onboarded. Because without it, we cannot really be certain that the person is pretty much like ready to work and ready to contribute to our business and team. And I mean, sometimes it happens that we might make mistakes in hiring, and it actually could be the wrong person. It might not be a good fit, but this onboarding process is one of those things that we actually assures us that, I mean, we made the right choice in choosing this person. So during this onboarding, I mean, it's basically part of this it's still part of evaluating the person and making really sure that it's not only a good fit in terms of the skill set and their performance and being really high achiever and those things. No, I mean, it should also be a match in the cultural things. So that means that they behave in certain manners, they have certain values, and they are someone that we actually want to have in the company, because there is no neutral impact on the company culture. So either the person makes a positive impact to the company culture, or then the person makes negative impact on the company culture. So there is no such thing as neutral. So it's crucial that once a new VA joins our team, or pretty much any person joins our team, then that we do the proper things and we have a proper onboarding. So this also means that we give the person the right kind of support in order to succeed in the role. So those are 3 specific common mistakes that many people do with their virtual assistants. So if you like this video, then hit a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel. So we also have a secret group where we are sharing tons of different information related to hiring and related to managing virtual assistants and running online business. So to get access to this secret group, then just leave a comment saying group, and my team will be reaching out to you in order to make sure that you get added to the group. So see you there.